and now it's reflecting on the channel. So apologies. All right. If y'all wanted to talk about the reactions this week, go back and watch it. Comment below. We're going to be moving on. One of the things that I wanted to kind of move on to is, have y'all noticed that even with is it just me, or is anime series are kind of stuck in a rut? And it's not a bad thing, but it's also not a good thing. What I mean by that is, like, you see, and I don't know if, and I'm definitely not going to say anime has hit its peak. Anime has not hit its peak yet. I think it's still on its journey up. I think it has a lot more to go, but a lot of anime viewers has gotten stuck, not stuck, but have gravitated and held on tight to like the classics. And let me explain what I mean by that. Like old school animes right now, like Naruto, Attack on Titan, One Piece, One Punch Man, all of these are getting like remastered, or I wouldn't say they're all getting remastered, because like look at One Piece, it's getting remastered. One Punch Man getting remastered. All of these, the old ones are now coming back. And to me, I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing, because think of like TV shows. If y'all ever watch TV shows, we start to get TV shows that came out back in the 1960s, 70s. I wasn't alive. I wasn't watching it. So don't come in my comments telling me, oh, Unc was alive watching these movies when he was a kid, or these TV shows. But what I'm saying is, a lot of the theme and the concepts of these are starting to make an appearance back. So as you look at like One Piece, yes, One Piece just came out with their own remaster. I wouldn't say remastered, because they're continually going, but it's a fresh new thing. You got One Punch Man that's coming out with a new season. You got Black Clover, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Black Clover that's on the verge of coming out with a new season. You get a lot of these old classic, old school animes that are coming back. So the other thing is, the streaming sites are even going back to it. It's like, let's get a blast from the past. So before, you had a lot of these that weren't on Crunchyroll, they weren't on Netflix, they weren't on these streaming platforms, because like Hulu has them now. There's a lot of platforms now, streaming platforms, that are bringing in anime. And I don't know if it's great to bring in more fans, but what happens to the fans that have already seen it? Yeah, it's nostalgic. We want to see it and see more. But I also feel like new animes are starting to drop the ball. Like, look at the launch we went through a couple weeks ago. Look at the fall launch of animes. Did we find anything that was great? I sure didn't. But did y'all? I don't know. So I guess the cultural cycle of every decade comes back, so new fans can rediscover what they missed out in past times. And that way, I don't know if it's a recent Hollywood movie, Rudra, because I'm looking at it and I'm like, all you see in modern day today is like new memes, new clips, and influencer reactions. I'm not an influencer, but at the end of the day, it's making a comeback again. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it. It's good for the channel, of course. If I have already made the reactions to it, people are going to be gravitating towards those. Okay, cool. But I'm just like, okay, did we run out of great ideas? streamings and the streaming platforms are just clinging on to anything that they can do at any moment. So they're recording, if you think about it, they're just getting eyeballs on the TV. So bringing back legacy ones. I'm waiting for Transformer to come out. I'm waiting for Mega Man to come out. I'm waiting for all those classic ones when I was a little kid to start coming out so that I can rewatch them. If Mega Man comes out, oh, I'm reacting to Mega Man. I don't know if it's going to be on JFK or we're going to do it for the Vault. The Vault will be coming back up shortly. I needed to take a break. I needed to but the Vault will be coming back shortly. And for those who don't know what the Vault is my channel that I'm starting up that has to do with the legacy, like I mentioned, the throwback, the classic that got us to this point. So if you find it, you find it. If you don't, it's okay. I haven't fully integrated the two yet, but that'll be coming in the future. But think about it though, as you like look at it and they start bringing a lot of it, it's like it brings that nostalgic feeling in. Some of you guys are too young to know unless you went back purposely and looked at which animes paved the way. And I know y'all ain't that cool. I know y'all ain't got that cool. Y'all all up in the different hentais, the fan service. Y'all like that. But I mentioned it before, I was never huge anime growing up. But there were animes that I fucked with. And I don't know the bridge, and maybe y'all can explain it to me. I don't know the bridge between like what you guys would consider cartoon versus like anime. You know what I mean? So either way, I'm still fucking with it. I'm still messing with it. So I think now that a lot of these platforms, as far as streaming services, are going back to like the older classic animes and cartoons. It's going to influence modern people because like current shows borrow heavy, of course. Like I mentioned, it borrows heavy from classic ones. You have remasters. You can name parallels between Chainsaw Man and Bleach. A lot of them are taking instances from old one and bringing them into it. I'm waiting to see, like you can look at Attack on Titan versus Vagaland. All of those, you can start pulling from them and being like, this is relatable because that's how we get to modern day. That's how we get to modern day anime. You got to pull from the old to build something new. It's nothing new, but I'm also curious to know though. We've asked what's your favorite anime, but I'm going to ask this. What's the anime that defines your childhood? Y'all let me know. What anime defined your childhood? I can't say it was an anime for sure, but there were cartoons, and don't shoot me, but there were cartoons that influenced a lot of my life, like Nickelodeon Rocket Power. You never watched? See? So Nickelodeon Rocket Power really influenced me. And why I say Rocket Power is because Rocket Power led me into becoming into extreme sports. Skateboarding, dirt bikes, BMX, all of those. That was a pinnacle moment where it pushed me to try new things. I never knew nothing about Hawaii and how Hawaiians worked, but Rocket Power helped me. Rocket Power made kids that were more of brown or darker complexion. Hey, Ray! But what's up, Ray? But exactly. So Rocket Power, TV shows like that were instrumental in me discovering who I was as a kid. So that's who I would say. And again, I'll reiterate. I know people may consider anime and cartoon completely different. But as a kid, those were all the same to me. The only thing that was different was subtitles. And I'll be honest, I was on the short bus when I was a little kid. I couldn't read very well. And because I couldn't read very well, I couldn't be watching subtitles. I was just watching the animation. I didn't know what the hell was going on. It wasn't until they took like Transformers from Japan and they made an American version and I can now understand them. You can think of like Transformers, like, I don't know if you even know it. Rudra, you might be from another, you might be dealing with another country, so I don't know a lot of these came out in your country, but I'm sure, Ray, you may know. Captain Planet. Captain Planet alone made me more self-conscious about how I dealt with trash, how I looked at outside world, trees. I played in the woods more because of Captain Planet. For yours who don't know, it's Captain Planet. He's the hero. Gun. Oh, we're going to have to, you know what? We're going to bring it up. I don't know if it's going to be a copyright, but we're going to have to go through like my childhood favorite. Yeah. See? Ray, you know what I'm talking about. So, you know what I want? I'm going to put it on the channel poll. You know what? I'll do it now because I know I am very forgetful. So let us go to the YouTube page. Sorry, guys. I'm still coming off a cold. All right. Let's go to post. And then we're going to do a text poll. And the text poll is going to be I'm going to do which classic anime. Hell yeah, Ray. Look at you. So the poll question on the channel, which classic anime, and I'm going to do and cartoon, deserves a modern remake? You know what? I'm not going to make it a poll. I am going to make it a question that people should comment on. All right. If y'all see it, y'all see it. I'm going to put Captain Planet. Oh, could you imagine a modern day Rocket Power? And then Rocket Power. I'm voting 3 times. And I would love to see a modern day Mega Man. There's probably more that I'm not thinking about, but it's on the YouTube page, guys, if you guys want to go and comment yours. So, all right. But while we're on the anime side and we're talking about it, I also feel like modern day anime is evolving. Have you guys noticed that? I feel like back in the day, you had your genres and they stayed in their lane. But now in modern day, they're starting to do like a collision. I feel like if you think about it, it's all about instant gratification. And what I mean by like the instant gratification, everybody wants to be happy about what they watch. So we try to mash everything in together to get those dopamines and to get everything moving in a certain way so that you get all the emotions you seek in one anime. And I feel like that's what they're definitely doing with like genre collisions. Think about like you used to have serious animes and then now they're stuffing comedic moments within the serious animes. Think of like Dan to Dan, where you had sci-fi, but now you're making it a funny sci-fi with a tad bit of horror. Then you're doing sci-fi mixed with like slice of life, like kaiju. Think of it like romance within psychological thrillers. They're just taking genres and mixing it and making like a humble pie, or I would say a genre pie, and pushing it out. Now, compared to contrary to popular beliefs, there's a lot of people that like Dandadan, and I'm one of them. But on the other side, you have a ton of people who didn't like Dandadan. They felt like Dandadan was over the top. They felt like Dandadan was too cartoonish. And to me, I thought it was a good mixture of comedy, also with a hint of like, it was like a hint of fan service, I would say, but it never really got into the fan service. It was like that small little, let's dip into it, especially when you're dealing with Momo, like little small, little perverted moments. To me, I was like, okay, that's awesome. And it always had me always talking about it. So we already know Kaiju was also on top of it. So I feel like now we have a bunch of studios in anime that are experimenting because audiences are now craving like the unpredictability. They're like, I want to be shock factor. And I'm going to jump real quick. It's kind of like I got a comment on the movie Sinners that I just did. I had a couple of comments, not even a couple, it was just one. And one of the comments, and I think I should just bring it up, because like, you guys know, if I'm going to react to something, I'm reacting to something I haven't seen before. I try to be as genuine as possible. But it's also difficult to be genuine when you got people coming at you left and right. Because I almost came out and had to say a few words. But I felt like I was going to leave this comment alone. Real quick sidebar. So we did the movie Sinner. And I hadn't yet watched the movie Sinner. But when you watch, Sinner's not a new thing. And that's the thing that I'm trying to get across to a lot of things in today's topic of what I meant. They're taking old renditions of movies and making a new twist. So if I've seen a movie or a TV show or a cartoon or anime that is almost identical or has the same story plot to movies or animes that I've watched, you'll start to see me try to foreshadow or try to guess what's going to happen next because I've seen it before. So in the movie Sinner, if you guys hadn't had a chance to go watch it, it's live on the channel. Go ahead and watch the reaction to it. It was great. Great film. But a lot of the film, you kind of knew what was going to happen. Especially if it followed history. Especially as a lot of the plot has been seen in other movies. So for someone to come at me and was basically saying, come on, he's seen this already. He's calling scene for scene. What do you mean? It wasn't scene for scene, because if I had to think about some of the ones that I talked about before the scene came up, which I learned later on when the scene did come up, it's historical facts. If you look at it, and I'm going to digress in a second. If you look at it, the scene when we're in Mississippi and you had Asian people, you already knew, if you were a history buff, that Asians in the Mississippi had stores on both sides. Come on. If you've never known history, okay, maybe you didn't know that. But there are certain things in Black history that we knew already. So to come out and say you already seen it, this is not the first Black or slave movie to ever be made. This isn't the first movie to ever be shot in Mississippi or have history of Mississippi or the South. You pull from the influences of other movies and histories, and you put them into a movie. So when you see certain things, and I know this person, Brenton 1076, I'm not coming at you, but I'm stating, I'm sure there's movies you've seen before where the plot looks so familiar to something else, and you can literally call out what's going to happen. I digress. I digress, ladies and gentlemen. I digress. So, if we go back to the evolving of genre blends in anime and in the world, there are risks and reward to it. Because, look about it. I mean, blending genres doesn't always come out great. Look at, and y'all might come at me for this, because I know some of y'all on my channel, y'all like Sakamoto Days. For me, Sakamoto Days was a very, very slow starter. It was a subtle funniness that I just couldn't get behind. And it was a very, very slow burner. And because it was a very slow burner, I feel like that is why I couldn't get behind it. I know some of you guys liked Sakamoto Days. So, are you guys even here? I feel like y'all ain't even paying attention to me. Y'all just watching me ramble. But either way, Sakamoto Days was essentially a lot of movies, I feel, put together. You have a ton of, y'all just listening to me ramble. Y'all can put y'all inputs in. I mean, damn. But you think about it. He said listening, still kind of waking up. Oh, wait. Ray, did time change for you as well? I don't remember if this is the season that the middle, that Mountain Time doesn't recognize time change. But as I'm stating that, okay, Ruger came at me this morning. He was like, oh, you started an hour late. And I'm like, wait, does India not recognize daylight savings? And if they don't, yeah, it's an hour late, buddy. Oh, Arizona is the only one that doesn't. Well, I wish the rest of the country didn't, but whatever. But all right, so if we're looking at and think about, here's the one thing that I'll do the comparison for. How many animes now that we've been watching are getting so much Western influence? If you go back and watch some of the old anime, it was purely Japanese. But now you get to the modern day anime, and a lot of them have Western parallels, or they're heavily Western influenced. Like, think of the movie, and I don't know if you guys have watched it yet, but think of the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. They smashed everything together in every single culture. We might be able to react to it later on. Now that I've told everybody I've watched this movie, I'm probably going to get in the comment when I respond first reaction. Even, you know what? We may not even react to it. But Everything Everywhere All at Once. Think about the time jumps and the different cultural backgrounds that they went through in that movie. They're literally just jam-packing all different cultures into movies, which is great. Because before, I don't know if it pissed y'all off, we talked about that last a couple streams ago, where a lot of Asian movies have like the white complex hero, where it was like The Last Samurai, some of those other ones where it was a white hero that came and saved them. I'm not big on that. I won't even say white hero because that sounds wrong. I would say an outsider comes and saves them. If it wasn't historically fact, don't go get a big actor just to push the movie and make him the savior of the movie. That's historically incorrect. Now, there is one freaking movie and one anime I want them to remake, and I don't know when the hell it's gonna happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. They have a manga about it, but Afro Samurai, I would want to have a true anime for it. They did one anime season, and I feel like it was cut short. I don't know if you guys have watched Afro Samurai, but I know I'm going to react to it. I don't know if I want to make that. I think I want to make it public because it's literally on. I think it's only like 5. How many? Excuse me. Yeah, it's only like 6 episodes because they have like a resurrection of it, a movie. But Afro Samurai, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like they should remake a true anime of Afro Samurai. And if they do it with a mixture of like Demon Slayer or Hunter x Hunter, you have my money. I don't even care if you decide to charge us to watch it. You have my mother sucking money. To do an Afro Samurai, oh, I would love it oh so freaking much. And I wouldn't be mad if they brought Samuel L. Jackson back for the voiceover. And once it's a successful anime, we go to live action. If I had the money today, I would partner up with a really good, a really, really popular illustrator company or media brand in Japan to remake Afro Samurai. Chat, what are your thoughts on Afro Samurai? Have y'all watched it yet? But either way, Afro Samurai is probably one of those I felt like didn't get the justice, or because like it's still on Crunchyroll. It's a 4.6 rating. That is something that needs to be remastered. I don't care what anybody say. That is something that needs to be remastered. But as we were talking about like the Western parallels, look at like Deadpool. They succeeded, and to me, it was great. Now, as we like mix genres, animes, and we get better reactions. I haven't watched Berserk, but I'm all about it. If Berserk is that good, then it does need to be remade. Because, I mean, how do you get One Piece, and I'm not coming for One Piece people, One Piece who's been running this long and finding new things, but yet we can't get other, I felt, better storylines? And that's my opinion. Don't come for me. It's my opinion. I feel like there's animes out there that had better storylines than One Piece that didn't get their light. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the nostalgia. Oh, it was, and that be sometimes the killer when but if it doesn't move in today's modern world as far as how the animation is, because look, if you go back and watch One Piece, Naruto, all of that from when it first started, and time and technology changed along with it, if the series doesn't change as well, then it's not going to keep up. But I don't know when Berserk came out to say if the animation was on par with when it came out, if that makes sense. So now that you think about it, and I was talking about like the psychology of mixing everything together, like we just went over with Dan to Dan, all of these other ones. Can you remember a anime episode in which you laughed and cried in the same episode? That would be a good poll question. What anime made you laugh and cry in the same episode? To me, that's a tough. I feel like I want to say, I know there was an episode in Attack on Titan before it in the last season. I wouldn't say I cried, but I was emotionally hurt. But I have to do research on that, and I have to post it in the comment. An anime that made me laugh and cry in the same episode. I know with if we're looking at, we can look at Dan to Dan. I love, and y'all know if y'all watched my Goblin K-drama series, I love. And because I love, I feel that because I love, I feel that in Dan to Dan, when Momo and Okarun got close, it was a beautiful sight, especially when she was worried about it. But because Dan to Dan had that comedic effect in it, that's the only thing that's coming into mind right now where I laugh and potentially, I'm not going to say cry, but was emotional about a same episode. So I'll have to take a look and see where I can go back with that. All right. Ray, we're going to come into your thing. So now that we're talking about Berserk, because you said Berserk came out originally in 1997. The 3 movies I mentioned were, I think, 2012. Then it had a series in 2014 that was horrific CGI all throughout. Oh. Okay. Ray, ReZero did that for you? Okay. And ReZero is going to be coming down the pipeline. It is something that I'm going to be reacting to. So, but I'll have to keep a lookout for that, Ray. But as we do sequels, spinoffs, and pressure of expectations, you think about it. 2025 is packed with continuations. I feel like all of the animes that came out that everybody was hyped for were essentially continuations. You think of Kaiju, Dan to Dan was another sequel. Who else? My Hero Academia. Who else had sequels to it this year? There was a ton of sequels that happened this year that we reacted to as well. But the continuation, the fan investment, we go back, of course, because it's paved the way. We definitely look at One Piece, and it continued the continuation, right? So I feel like now they're doing that. Go ahead, bro. Now that I feel like they're doing that, it's think about it. You're getting fan investment. You're trying to find that anime that will become your next Attack on Titan. That anime that's going to become your next Bleach or your One Piece or all of these where fan investment, where people's emotional feelings are tied into the world of these animes. And even when something subtly changes within these animes, everybody's up in arms. Those feel like the type of animes that they're trying to build by bringing out the continuation. So look how invested we were in Kaiju. Look how invested we were in Dan to Dan. Because these were peak places that we wanted to get into because we were emotionally tied to it from season 1. Solo Leveling, season 2. We were all yearning for it. So I look at it as like, it's right there. Oh, so I get where they're trying to put like the fan investment, and industry reality is like sequels exist because it's a safer bet financially instead of trying to build out a whole new anime that may flop or may be good. So I don't know. Chat, let me know what your thoughts are. Yo, what up, DG? And I feel like most animes now has to have a balance of nostalgia with something new, with something that's innovated. And because it doesn't, too much fan service can also feel like horny laziness. So it has to be placed in the right section if you really think about it. So like I'm gonna call out Rudra here. Rudra is not a big fan of too much fan service, and I get it because Rudra comes from a place where fan service is not really his thing. Are we all perverted in our own way? Yes, but there's some people like Saeed, and I'm calling you guys out. Yes, that is not too much into the hypersexuality of what fan service brings. But you also look at some of the animes where we looked at, and I'm going to call out Rudra here, where you look at so many of the animes that come out, and we were watching Fragrant Flowers bloom, and every turn that it got like hyper emotional, not emotional, but cute, I was expecting like a fan service scene. I was like, this is a perfect place to slide in a little bit of fan service. But that anime is not like that. And to me, I feel like, I'm not going to say it's like unfaithful or I feel like it's not genuine, because there are people like that where it's so humble and wholesome that they never felt like, oh, we needed to put a fan service scene or sexualize this scene when it didn't need to be. If you get if that makes sense. So I feel like in this instance, I'm gonna ask you guys this question. And we've seen it so many times where it's like, I'm be honest with you, people are gonna come for me for this. I felt like Solo Leveling should have had a ending for season 1 and left it that, because I wasn't a big fan of season 2. So the question that I ask you is, do you think sequels should exist if, the first story or the first season ended perfectly? Because, like, how many animes and TV shows have we watched where I was like, you drew it out. You absolutely drew it out just because you wanted more money. And you ruined the anime or the TV series because you drew it out and you wanted to make more money. So you stretched a story that didn't need stretching. So I guess the question that begs for me in this case, and I guess I'm curious about it, and I'll read yours in a second, Ray, but I look at it as like, I felt like another one that I felt like for season, like that could have ended perfectly fine. Let's talk about Kaiju number 2, season number 2. Don't come for me, but I feel like if they would have just ended with the battle between between Kafka and Kaiju number 9, and they would have brought in Ichikawa, I feel like that could have made a great closing to the series. But now I feel like they're going to prolong Kaiju number 8 into like multiple seasons. And they're going to start introducing other kaiju to keep this going. You get what I'm saying? So it's like leave it on a great battle and let us enjoy that it was a great battle and an ending that didn't need to happen. And another movie that I feel like it's doing that, and Marvel is milking it for everything they got, is the Avengers. How many times do you need to avenge the universe? For real. How many times do you need to avenge the universe? And you continually bring out different, and again, I know you guys might feel like I'm like out of pocket in this one. I don't know how I necessarily feel about it. Cause like, I like, even though I enjoy the sequels and the addedness to it, was it truly necessary? Is the question that I've asked. Cause like, I would say John Wick is on that. Y'all can come for me, but I feel like John Wick is on that. The Matrix did it to themselves. Think about the movie The Matrix. They made so many sequels that by the time The Matrix 4 came out, nobody wanted to watch it. Some people didn't even realize there was a Matrix 4. And that's what I'm afraid of with like John Wick. Are you going to do so many John Wicks that it's going to fall on his face? And then they came out with the movie Ballerina. I haven't seen some of these, like John Wick 4, Ballerina. I know that they're part of the storyline, but I haven't watched it. But is it going to be as great as John Wick 1 and John Wick 2? And I guess that is some of the spinoffs that I kind of trying to figure out. So, Ray, what did you mention? When I started recently, that was actually kind of decent in my opinion. My status as an assassin obviously exceeded the heroes. I haven't watched either of them, so I can't really give you my 2 cents on it. So we'll have to revisit that one, Ray. Keep it in your back pocket, and we can talk about that one after we've watched it, of course. Solo Leveling is going to end up having at least another 2 or 3 seasons for sure, though. I do. Oh, that was my status as an assassin obviously exceeds the... Oh, well, damn. That's a long one. I feel like if Solo Leveling goes another 2-3 seasons, it's going to fall flat. I think that last season's going to fall flat. And I feel like it's going to be like every TV show that ends up getting canceled because the writers tried to pull a rabbit out of a magic hat and think that how many series have we seen? And y'all let me know. Now, we have series like Dexter. I feel like Dexter was written very, very well because Dexter had the plot in which it followed someone's life. And because Dexter followed someone's life, I felt like that why it towards the end, you could notice that it was falling off because they were trying to force Dexter to become a family man. And that wasn't who he truly was. I think they should have just left him in a demonic state. But now that they've created Dexter, the origin story, it piqued my interest because it would be nice to see how he got to who he was as an adult. But it's tough when you start getting in those universes. Luckily, the story is completely done, so there's just adapting that. But the power scaling gets ridiculous. But that's what I mean, Ray, with Solo Leveling. It's not necessary. It's becoming now milking because, again, y'all can come for me. I do believe Solo Leveling is not a good written manga or manhwa. Sorry. It didn't translate that great. First season was very, very hyped. And I like that it was hyped because they did an amazing job with marketing it and the execution of each episode and how it was written to draw the fans in because we were expecting that hype moment. But to me, I felt like it was lazy choreography. It was a lot of light shows. And the light show is what kept people happy because we literally have short attention span. So flashing lights, all of this makes it seem great. Aura farming, all of that. That's awesome. But when you get to the root of solo leveling, what substance does it really have? I know y'all gonna be in my comments later. Y'all gonna be in my comments going buck wild, but it is what it is. It's just a power fantasy, really, just meant to look flashy and cool at this point. Thank you. And that's where I'm like, look, I gotta react to it because the money goes where the money goes. People want to watch my reaction to it and what it is because it's exciting. It's trending. But I'll tell you what, solo leveling is probably the biggest disingenuine or solo leveling like me might be. I like the exciting parts, but I don't like the anime as a whole. Shoot the messenger. Or I guess I'm not the messenger. Shoot me, because I'm the one that fucking turned around and said it. It is what it is. But either way, it is what it is. And that's my conclusion on my rant. I can rant about this all day freaking long. Maybe we'll tap into it next week a little bit more. We can go down what's in my brain about media in general. It's not just anime. And as the channel starts to expand into other universes, K-drama, I'm sure, is going to be the same way. We're going to look at movie reactions are going to be the same way as we do more of those. I also want to start reacting to some mysteries videos that are on the tube. So we're going to start that today. But I feel like with my personality, I can span across a multitude of genres and universes when it comes to reactions. I hope you guys do stay for the ride because I think it's going to be an interesting ride. Not everybody is going to be wanting to span outside of anime, and I respect that. But I want to get more exciting about the things I react to. And this past season of anime, come on, y'all seen it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. There wasn't much of a good headliner when we looked at the trailers together that really had my blood boiling, like not mad boiling, but it didn't have me boiling to turn around and be like, we have to react to this. I don't care what anybody says. Like when we first saw Gachiakuta, it resonated with me. You're telling me someone that comes from the slums and this is the rise up of him trying to get back to where he come from? That resonates with me. But then we looked at the fall lineup, or I would even say winter lineup, and it was Crash Bandicoot. And I'm not saying that the people who made these animes didn't put their blood, sweat, and tears into it. I applaud them. They have their audience in which are going to love that anime. But it's not for me. It's not for me. So that's why I'm making a business decision to start doing maybe more movies. So instead of Movie Wednesday, we might have a Movie Wednesday and a Movie Sunday on the 2 days that I stream. So, because there's a lot of movies out there. And who doesn't like a good movie? You know what I mean? And especially after what I saw with Sinners, after we saw with some of the anime reaction movies and the amount of feedback I got from it, it tells me that the movies is the right path to go. When you say series on other platforms, do movies and maybe other series on other platforms. Do you mean like TV series or like Netflix, Hulu series? Or do you mean like anime that's not on Crunchyroll? Ah, gotcha. So I know one TV series that we're gonna do, and it's coming out soon. I don't know if it's gonna be. And the harder decision is, I don't want to always have it like. I love you guys as far as YouTube goes. I love you guys. But the bigger problem that becomes with like the YouTube, and it's if it was my full-time job, absolutely, I'd sit back and watch movies all damn day. And I know I've explained this so many times till my face turned blue. I just don't want to get so much in here that I can't do regular life. You know what I mean? So I have Alice in Borderland. I definitely want to do. And it's on my list for sure. A lot of your recommendations that I have are on that list. It's if we get to say, for example, winter, we're going to be fine. Once Gachiakuta finished, we can go ahead and introduce some other ones. Same as Furion. But then Furion starts in the beginning of the year. So we'll get to it. We'll get to it. It's just trying to figure out how we're going to make it work with the scheduling. That's all. But we'll definitely get to it, ladies and gentlemen. We'll definitely get to it. All right. So as we segment into other reactions, I don't even, oh, Rudra must have left. I don't know where Rudra went. Let's take a look at top 15 best movies. So we're going to be taking a look at top 15 best movies of 2025 that they say apparently we can't afford to miss. I might have missed them since we're at the end of 2025, and I'm sure I probably did miss them. So let's take a look at it, see what it comes out, and see what movies that we should probably look at reacting to in the future. All right. Ray, let me know if you can hear it on YouTube. Can you hear it on YouTube? Can you hear that on YouTube? All right, here we go. Oh, what is this? This is already starting to give me. This is giving me Paul Blart, Bank Cop. If this turns out to be like a Paul Blart Bank Cop type of a situation, I'm gonna laugh.
Everyone, it's movie time.
Oh well, that ruined it.
The biggest.
Well, let's do it. Quit talking about it and be about it. Osiris. So definitely sci-fi. You know what this gives me? Remember what? See, look, this falls directly into what I was talking about earlier. Remember when I said a lot of the movies pull back from other movies? Tell me this doesn't already look like Doom. Wonder if show from this year that I watched was My Boy Recently is called Weapons. Okay. Well, we'll see. But this already gives me like Doom. Or remember, what movie was that with Van Diesel where he was on space? Doom. Oh wow, they got big cast. ZM on Netflix. Oh, this is international. Oh, great fight scene. Oh wow. Again, Train to Busan. How many other times have we seen these types of films where it's like we need to get somewhere and then we run into zombie eating? And I'm not trying to be like a spoiler person. What I'm trying to say is a lot of these films are getting remade with slight differences because their past predecessors were so highly successful. That don't look like no damn child. That does not look like no small child that was trapped. That looked like, you know what? I'm gonna keep my comments to myself because that could have started World War III on my channel if what I was going to say in my head did come out. Oh, I feel like with that movie, the choreography, because he's a Muay Thai fighter and I'm not gonna lie. The one thing I love the most is like when you have a good Asian film with martial arts and the person acting kind of like with Jackie Chan, Jet Li, oh my God, I'm forgetting his name. Ip Man. Johnny, Johnny Yen. Oh my God, why am I drawing a freaking blank? Ip Man. Johnny Yen? No. Why am I drawing a blank on who Ip Man is? Hang on. Ray, you're supposed to already have it. Who's Ip Man? Y'all gonna hate me, but I literally forgot who Ip Man is. Johnny Yen. Donnie Yen. Oh crap, my bad, y'all. Donnie Yen. I was close. My bad. Donnie Yen. All right. But I do love movies like that because they have a background. They have a background in it. And so because they have a background in it, it makes the choreography in the movie 10 times better. So let's look at the next one. See, this is another freaking movie, in my opinion. This is, in my opinion, a movie that should have been done. How many missions? Obviously, if you have all these Mission Impossibles, then all the missions were perfect impossible. You can't continue doing all the Mission Impossibles and tell me it's impossible when you obviously in the mission was possible. I'm just saying. Eighth installment? They don't even make it to the movies anymore, yo. And CGI is just getting worse. Really? Really? So he's just taking off. That's the shit that I used to get mad at. And I feel like that's why James Bond ended up realizing, okay, some of these stories are not evergreen. I'm sorry. They're not. They're not. Maybe that's just my belief, but some of these stories are just not evergreen. I hope this is the last one. Oh wow. But it's Tom Cruise. Is Tom Cruise actually doing his own stunts? Oh. I hope this is the last one that are going out. So with that one, it looked like it may be good. But I hope. I'm not gonna say I hope. I hope it that I'm gonna say I hope. I hope it is the last one because I feel like at this point, if the movie's only being released to Amazon Prime, they're not making their money back as far as budget wise, if you really think about it. Yes, because even though I know movies have not been the same, people don't go to the movie theaters as much as they used to. But look what Demon Slayer just did. They decided they're not going to release it to streaming until they recoup the money that they need. And look at what happened with K-pop Demon Hunter. How upset Sony was, or whatever media was. They were upset because they released it to the streaming platforms and it capped the amount of money that they were going to be able to make. And so they were highly upset that they released it to it. And in that case, they couldn't make more money on it because they sold it to Netflix. You see what I'm saying? So it's a catch-22, but when you have Mission Impossible like that, and it didn't sell well in the last movie release, in the movie theater release that it did, that means it's time to stop the series. Ooh. Oh. What the hell? Jurassic Park meets what? I know Jeremy Piven. That's interesting. So, Jurassic Park, I was going to say, it looks cool. Jurassic Park meets wartime. I'd be interested in looking at that. So let me put that on my I'm going to put that on my board. So this is probably the first movie. Actually, Zayim, I'm going to put on my board to potentially watch. My bad. That was my board. All right. So we got Move Zayim. All right. And then the other one was Primitive War. I guess it's in the title, Primitive War. If I knew how to spell primitive. I told you I was on the short bus. Primitive War movie. All right, cool. Oh, shoot. Oh my God, not another remake of the Naked. Really? Up, we got to pay the piper. How many times has the Naked Gun been remastered? Remember I was mentioning earlier in the live? How many times did Naked Gun get remastered? I feel like the Naked Gun has come out before. I don't know. Liam Neeson. Oh, it's a continuation. Oh, okay, this might be something to watch. Okay, okay. For those of you who hadn't watched Naked Gun, Naked Gun is a comedy slash cop thriller, I guess I would put. I wouldn't say thriller, but it's like a comedy, kind of like Mr. Bean or yeah, kind of like Mr. Bean, but or like the black Pink Panther, Pink Panther. But I didn't realize that this was a continuation, dramatic comedy. There you go. I didn't realize that this was a continuation from the 1988, and they brought in his son Junior. So it could theoretically, I'm gonna put a question mark beside it. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more work on it to see, because that could be, if this is the fourth iteration of it. I don't know if y'all are into some classic movies, but the original Naked Gun is somewhat funny. I don't know if it fits modern world, but I'm gonna put a question mark next to it. All right, honey, don't. Ooh, femme fatale. Oh, wait, does she wear? Does she wear that? Hang on. I know this is my little perv side, but does she wear that? Excuse me. Well, you know what this kind of reminds me of? Um, what was the was it DC? I don't remember what universe it was. It was on Netflix. It was Jen Jones, not Jen Jones. It was the girl detective that solved, and she was like a superhero. This is what kind of vibe it gives me. It was also in the same universe as Death Note, not Death Note. Oh my god, I said Death Note. Deadpool. Um, oh my god, what universe is that? Is it DC? I don't think it's Marvel. Jessica Jones. Ah, there you go. Marvel. I thought it was DC, but Marvel. Doesn't that give you like a Jessica Jones Marvel feel? Oh, we reacted to this one already. I wasn't a fan of it over here saving squirrels and shit. Nah, they was too busy saving too many squirrels. For those of you watching it, we have reacted to this already. So go ahead and check, find it in the movie reaction playlist. I also feel like Superman might be one of those movies that needs to take a long hiatus. We've had series, TV series, and movies. How many different ways can you explain the story of Superman? Am I a hater for that? No, for real. Comment below if I'm a hater because I feel like Superman has had too many movies and series that are starting to fall off. Was that John Cena? What the? Norris Elba? There's no way. Was this even good? Ooh. A buddy comedy. I don't know about that one. Head of States. Do you so I haven't watched the series and I might do the series in Patreon. The what's the new John Cena movie? I just don't know any of these. He came out with a new movie, a TV show, The Peacemaker. What are y'all guys' thoughts on Peacemaker? I don't know. I feel like maybe I might be able to do Peacemaker in Patreon because one of my homeboys watched it and he said there's a lot of nudity and sex scenes. So I know I can't put that on. I can't put that on YouTube. So I might have to look into it for Patreon. I'll put that on the list, Peacemaker. But I guess my thought is, what do you guys think of John Cena as an actor? What are y'all thoughts of John Cena as an actor? I don't know. The jury's still out. I still look at John Cena as the wrestler and the goofiness of him, but Peacemaker being a comedy slash superhero movie, it's still the goofiness. But I guess with the movie that we're looking at now, Head of States, is it supposed to be a serious role or part comedy? And I guess we only way to tell is to watch it. Ah, he was in Suicide Squad. I hadn't seen that either. Okay, so the jury's still out. The Last Bullet 3. Oh shit. Hold on. Sorry guys. I just realized something. Forgive me, for I have sinned. Forgive me, for I have sinned. There we go. Tell me why. Okay, y'all gonna hate me because I keep stopping this, but I feel like this is death. This is like the taxi. What movie was it? The Driver slash. Last Bullet. Interesting. Paul Blart. Almost Cop. See? I told you. Is this a black version of Bad Cop? The movie Bad Cop, do y'all remember that? Is this like a black version of Bad Cop? It does look funny, but the only thing I wanted to hear is it a British? Because the uniforms give me British vibes, but I can't tell where the uniform is from. This is another one I feel like needs to end. But I love how they wrapped it back around. I wonder if this is how it's going to end. Sorry, guys. I saw the preview, not the preview, but I saw that they were making one, but I didn't realize Jackie Chan was in it. Oh yeah, Mr. Miyagi. Wait, I'm confused. Was karate? I guess it's in his name, Karate Kid. But karate, isn't karate Japanese? Kung Fu is Chinese? So how is this now? I'm so confused. Am I thinking too much into it? Karate is Chinese? Are we 100% sure? Karate is Japanese. Karate. That is how it's properly said. It originated from Okinawa. Ah, but it has significant. Okay. Wait. But it has significant roots in Chinese. So it's Chinese Japanese? Or did karate come over when Japan took over, when Japan invaded China? I know that makes a lot of Chinese people a little sour, but it's a hybrid. That's interesting. I feel like the storyline is always the damn same. Hey, Ray, you said hybrid, but apparently now it is a hybrid because literally you brought in both sides of it. Okay, I'm excited for this movie. I'm okay with the sequel for this one. The storyline was unique. I'm gonna watch the Old Guard too. This one was a good movie. Okay. Awesome, because the martial arts in that movie, the martial arts in Old Guard, if you haven't seen the first one, it's action packed, but also the storyline behind how they resurrect and they're able to go back. I think it's a very great movie line because we'll watch the first one and get to the second one. This is one that I do want to watch. So that's gonna make it to the kickers list. Old Guard 1 and 2. All right, we got a lot of movies we getting, guys. What is this? Brick. What? This looks kind of interesting. Yes. So that one gives me like um if I remembered I'd tell you. But it looks interesting. So I'm going to put a question mark beside it. I love a psychological thriller where it basically you can't tell who's the guilty one or what's going on. And then at the end, it just gives you a quick like Rick the movie. Um and it gives you like a quick twist or suspense, like a thriller suspense at the end where you thought you knew what was going on, but you had no idea what the hell was going on. We got to pay the piper. Fantastic Four. So wait, was this the first entity of them? Ah, it flopped. Oh wow. I don't know about that. I feel like how many times can you say the Fantastic Four story? I guess you're watching it for the action packed side of it, but not really the storyline. Um, What is this? I feel like this is another repeat, but this is like John Wick meets the South. Interesting. All right, chat. What are y'all thoughts? That last one, I think Stand Your Ground might be a good film to watch. Because I mean, we just watched Sinner and they were dropping the M-bomb left and right. So I think we're old enough and mature enough to watch that. But Stand Your Ground seems like it might be a good one. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 new movies out of that. The trailer for Weapons. All right, let's take a look. It came out of Warner Brother. Let's add Weapons to the list here. Let's take a look. Why this low key gives me the feeling. What was that Netflix series that was so popular for the little kids? It reminded me of the Goonies and the Goonies movie. Oh my gosh. What is the name of that movie? I mean, the TV show. The TV show that was Stranger Things. Yes. It gives you like the vibes of Stranger Things from the beginning. Why? Don't tell me they shot their parents. Where did they go? What the? Is this a horror movie? What the hell? Oh, hell no. What the hell? Ah! What in the hell am I watching? I thought these were going to be guns. So wait, is Weapons already on streamings or is it still in theater? That ain't spooky. That looks like a horror film. That looks like a horror film, kind sir. Why they gotta take the innocence of little kids and turn them into puppet dolls? I'm afraid of clowns. All right, it's on the list. I wonder if there's any other good movies that are out there. Oh, it looks like your boy, there's a couple people already reacting to it. All right, we'll have to take a look at it. Okay, let's look at real quick. Let's look at two most anticipated movies of 2005, 2006. What are y'all thoughts? We're gonna do. All right. We're going to be watching most anticipated movies of 25 and 26. There might be some repeats, but I want to see what's coming into theaters in the future so we know what to expect in the streaming platforms coming up. So let's dive into some future movies and see what we like. This came out 2 weeks ago. So that means we shouldn't see what we've already seen. Oh, shit. Oops. I didn't start from the beginning. My bad, y'all. Crime 101. So is this February 13th, 2026? Halle, hey, all I gotta say, Halle Berry, oh my God. I don't know about y'all, but Halle Berry is a beautiful human. Halle Berry makes me moist. Oh my God. She doesn't age. She's still beautiful. Look, I'll be with 63-year-old Halle Berry and be happy. Ooh. So this came out in Amazon? Oh my God, she's beautiful. This might be already out. Oh, that's how you get rid of DNA. Oh, he picking on a weak link. A weak link. Is that Machine Gun Kelly? Oh no. Oh wow. Okay, this might be a really good movie. Crime 101. Okay. You know what? We're gonna look for Crime 101. That looks really good. That looks really good, chat. So we're going to go ahead and put that on it. Crime 101. What is this? Spawn? This is a fake ass Iron Man. It is giving a little bit of cyberpunk, yeah. Or it starts to give me like the Punisher meets the Punisher meets cyber or futuristic. Fight the system. They keep putting, you know what? I'm going to say this as an American. They keep putting out these fight the system, fight the government. They going to really fight the government. We're going to end up with a civil war. He said, corny as fuck. Wait, what line are you talking about? We're going to fight. Hey, it's simple and straight to the point. Yeah, we about to have a civil war with all these movies. Altered. Oh, is this Predator? Oh, it is. Wait, do we finally get the backstory of Predator and where he came from? Oh, it's not the Predator. It's been invaded. I mean, failure means death. Director of Prey. I don't get it. Is it a prequel? Or is it a continuation sequel? Ah, damn it. Predator Badlands. Okay, I think I might be interested in watching Predator and Badlands, but the thing is, I'm hesitant. Because I feel like a lot of the praise in Predator movies have been a continuation, but it's been identical. It wasn't anything new to the storyline. It's literally just them fighting. I would have loved to see a prequel of why the Predator came in the first place or how it originated instead of more of the fighting of the sequel. Mercy. Oh, we're so much into artificial and futuristic shit. Oh shit. So don't tell me. I feel like this is going to be a modern day remodeling of iRobot. What do y'all think? Like Psychopaths. I haven't watched Psychopaths. I thought it was gonna be like iRobot, where the creator gets captured and it turns on him. What the fuck? Oh, it's an Oppenheimer movie. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, this looks so fucking cool. That's psychological torture. She was caught in the place the wrong time. Oh fuck yes. Mercy has made the list. Mercy is on the motherfucking list. I don't know about y'all, but Mercy is probably number one. But I don't know if it's actually out yet. But Mercy looks good. Question: what does I'll have to look into Psychopaths, Ray, because it sounds like you said it was very close. So I'll have to see what it looks like. Is this Planet of the Apes? Oh hell no! You know what this movie reminds me of? Congo. Me, Amy, me, Amy. Oh hell no! Oh hell no! Ben said, fuck y'all. Y'all ain't my master no more. Oh! 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 Oh, Ben ain't fucking around no more. Oh, hell no. Gotcha. Oh, hell no. Oh, my God. I love that. Oh, my God. I love that. Yo, we have to watch that. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That might be the best movie I am going to be able to see in 2026. Oh, my God. Um, um, oh, I gotta write that down. I'm so excited for that movie. Holy shit. Oh, what is up, Saeed? That, the only thing I would say, guys, is this. He said I'll be hollering the whole entire time. The only thing is this. That looks like an amazing movie. I just hope, you know how like some movies will put a trailer out and all the exciting parts are in the trailer. So when you watch the movie, you already know it because you've seen it in the trailer. But based off of it, I'm still watching it. Primates, I'm definitely watching. Oh my God, that was amazing. All right. Oh shit, we got a movie about Pablo again? Don't tell me zombies. Colombia. So is that Escobar? Escobank. Oh shit. Oh shit. And they survived? I only like it so far because it has Pablo's money. That was bad CGI. It started now give me low budget. You big facts, Ray. Esco's Bank. I don't know about that one. I feel like everybody's been looking for Pablo Escobar's money. But That's a tough one. That's a tough one. What in the hell is this? Chinese dragons? I have no idea what this is. Oh. What is this? Is he fighting a shadow? I'm not understanding this movie at all. What the hell was that? Whatever. I was so lost, I didn't care. It didn't explain itself. Bucky Cheese? I'm dead. I love the movies, the TV show Reacher or Reacher. What? Don't tell me he's a pedophile. Oh, hell no. In a minivan? It does look funny as hell. Playdate. Oh shit, that is going on the list. What was that Playdate? Oh, we having a good list put together. I got movies for the rest of my life. What the hell is this? I've never heard of a zombie being docile. We bury the dead. They're coming out with another Avatar? There was a zombie baby. I didn't see a zombie baby. We bury the dead. Isn't that what you're supposed to do, is bury the dead? This is Avatar, isn't it? After 30 years, they got a sequel to Avatar. You want to know? I don't, and y'all might not like what I'm about to say. I don't know if Avatar is going to do as successful as the first one. The gap between the two is so huge, but I'm curious to know, do you think the movie Avatar was that great? Or was it because it was around the time that HD came out? Because remember, Avatar was one of the first Blu-ray movies on disc, but it was also one of the first HD movie with all of the colors. So everybody flocked to watching it because of the colors and the HD. So the question begs, was Avatar that good of a movie, or was it only good because it came out right when HD came out? Thank you. So I know I'm not going crazy. Comment below what y'all thought, because I wasn't a great fan of the actual movie Avatar. I was just blown away from the crispness and how vibrant the colors were. Because Avatar, for like 3 years after it came out, that's all what Best Buy, Circuit City, yes, I'm that old, all Walmart, all of it, that's what they were playing on the TV because of the vibrant colors. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. So all I gotta say, if y'all gonna push this Avatar out, it better come out simultaneously with 8K. You better have 8K TVs or 8K movie screens, cause it's gonna be another flop. Yeah, James, you should have left this in your book. You should have left the first one alone. Because this doesn't interest me from the trailer. So they gonna burn all the white people. Hey, I like my white people. Y'all get me paid on YouTube, so I appreciate y'all. But this gives me Native American and the white people invading land that wasn't theirs. They also took the Navi people and they stole it from a real African tribe that looks exactly like the Navi people. So I might have to boycott Avatar. Like, you see, now you got me going deep into it. And it's not a race thing, and it's not the hair thing, but the hair thing kind of made it push over into more of the realistic world for me, because this movie is only about you. In the first movie was sending John Smith to meet Pocahontas. Tell me that's not the story repeated. John Smith goes and meet Pocahontas. Pocahontas falls in love with John Smith, and what the hell does John Smith do? The sequel is basically telling us this right here. They came to invade the land. And this is basically... So are they basically fighting each other? I get what you're... Okay. This trailer is the fucking entire movie. But I can't figure out... So there's a Navi and there's a Sully. So Sully... See? Remember what I told you. Don't y'all judge me, but I don't care if y'all judge me at this point. Remember what I had told you guys earlier in the stream. One of my biggest pet peeves is when you guys when movies write a script where the white man comes and saves them. What did they do in the first Avatar? White man comes and affiliates with themselves with the Navis, then turns around and turns it. Now, if, Ray, what you said is true, you know what? We're going to go back and take a look, because now I got to, it already made me mad. Damn, I didn't realize this damn trailer was that long. That's what I'm looking for now. Sully's. Okay, you was right, my boy. So you were right. So that goes back to what I said earlier in the stream. One of my pet peeves that I have in a lot of these storylines is, if John Sully did come, why? So now you're saying you're of descent of the white savior? Look, I ain't gonna... Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not trying to be like on one side, but why would you put that in the script as they were originally Navi people and now they're calling themselves Sully? And I'm not familiar with Native American. I don't know if Native Americans started calling themselves white people or whatever the case may be. But like in every culture that is colonized by non-melanin people, you always have that group of individuals who's afraid to fight back, so they side on that side. It happened on slavery. How else did you have plantation masters where the saying goes, Uncle Tom, even though it's widely misused? I don't know. But if you kept your Navi body, Ray, why are you all of a sudden being called Sully? You know what I mean? Were they all changed? Was there more than one changed, and he procreated a whole colony? Is this Native American meets Gunga? Oh my God, why am I almost said Gangnam Style? Genghis Khan. Is this Genghis Khan where he populated a whole village? And now the Navi people no longer wants them? Ooh. I don't know. That was not I wasn't a fan of that. Shadow Edge. Oh, it's Chinese. Jackie Chan. Wait. Is this the one that he did the movie with his daughter? His real daughter? Oh, this looks great. And Jackie Chan doing his own stunts. Oh, this looks good. Oh, yes. Ooh. Oh, I love the action pack of this. Hold on. What was the name of that one? What was the name? Shadow's Edge. Okay, it was Shadow's Edge. But what I wonder if it's, I remember there was supposed to be a movie, The Shadow's Edge. There was supposed to be a movie that Jackie Chan was supposed to play with his real daughter. Hang on, guys. Let me double check. I feel like, what movie did Jackie Chan play with his daughter? Oh, it was The Foreigner? Oh, no, it says Right On. No, his real daughter. That, oh. Well, well, that's silly. So he never fit. So that means Jackie Chan never had a movie with his daughter? Oh, I guess he got slammed about it. It says Jackie Chan got slammed after viral video sheds light on daughter relationship. Might be something for me to look into. But this movie looks really good though. So the Shadow Edge, I'll watch. Well, I'm probably sure him and his dad, Jackie and his daughter isn't. Most big actors, they chose acting over pursuing a family. So a lot of them are estranged from their kids. Especially he lived in America all those years. And there was a rumor that his wife still lived in China the whole time while he was traveling the world and making movies. So he was non-existent in a lot of his kids' lives. I don't know. I have to read up on that. It might be something that we can look into. Batista and John Cena just said, forget wrestling. We about to do the Rock. We about to do the Dwayne Johnson thing. Oh, Fast and the Furious. Damn. What child would come up with this? Let's rob the cartel. So you're telling me a bunch of kids went and robbed the cartel? This low key kind of look cool though. All right, so these were some pretty cool movies. All right, that ends my segment, but we got some cool movies listed that we should be anticipating in the future. Shadow's Edge, Playdate, Primate was really freaking good. Mercy also, and Crime 101. Ooh, we getting a list together, guys. We getting a list together. All right. So, I have, for our next segment, we are going to be reacting to. I've always been like a sci-fi person. So we're going to watch and test out if I want to continue this series. And y'all will let me know if it is something we should continue. I want to do hang on, guys, hang on. I want to do Strange and Scary Mysteries. What are y'all thoughts? Well, either way, we're going to watch it. Yep. All right. So let's get ready. So today we're going to be watching Strange and Scary Mysteries of the Month. I watched a couple of these from earlier of last year, and it looks pretty cool. So this is one that a great channel. All right, Ray, have a good one. This one seems pretty cool, and we're gonna go over it and see how it pans out. All right, October 2025, Strange Mysteries of the Month. Okay. So my question is, what you doing in the woods this late if it was foggy, dark, and all that? Why are you in the woods and now you stuck? See, this is the question that I have always asked for myself. When people get stuck in these situations, who told you to go in the woods in the first place? Now you got people who got family have to come and save you. You shouldn't have been in the woods in the first place. That's all I'm saying. Now you got people out here searching for your dumb ass. Damn. What's considered medical related? Oh, they were hunting. So, does that mean their bodies have yet to be found? Because you vanish, how your body go missing? How you a grown man and you go missing? If y'all know Julio Fulio. But the question is, you went hunting, you got rifles, you got sidearms and knives, but then you disappear. Oh shit. Oh, so they were struck by lightning and died. I thought somebody was out there killing them. Alfred Packer. He eat people? Cannibal. Oh, he killed them. Right now, the place keeps reminding you who's in charge. So why y'all keep going back? Let me know why y'all keep going back. Because if you keep going back and you seeing people on the news dying, why you keep going back? Do you not watch the news? Do you not do research of where you're about to go hiking? people are literally going missing, and you want to be the next one missing? You want to be the next one on a carton, milk carton, or a carton of milk? Let me know. Would you go into these woods to do that? I don't know. Damn. Oh. So they are dying from natural disasters. But what failed in his body? I'm sorry to ask. If you, because this is the second time you had medical problem or medically related. If you have health problems, you're not going out there by yourself. If you have health problems, you're not going hunting in a dense wooded area. So I don't know. I don't know. I guess that's why it's a mystery. When you by yourself, especially. So does that mean the wilderness one was never solved and that people continuously disappears till this day? Is that what that is that what that means? Let me know what y'all think, chat. Then what was? Were they murdered beforehand? Oh, shit. How are people this cruel that they can turn around and just execute, bound, gag, all of this to actual human beings and then set the place ablaze? They don't always say it, but I do believe there are demons that walk among us. I'm sure it don't when you lose somebody. Poor girls. Oh, don't tell me the killer kept the gun. He kept the same gun? Oh, he didn't. That's fucked up. 7? So Robert was out here being serial killer. But I guess in the 1990s, you got to also realize that a lot of the police technology that they have now didn't cross state lines. And so when you became a serial killer back then, a lot of those counties / states didn't speak to each other. So though they would have had the same, I forgot what do you call it? The same, not motive, but I guess the same MO or consistency between the killing patterns. They really never talked because they were so far apart. Then that's how serial killers got away with it. $34 years. Was the bullet. Oh, that's true. It's like, how does one guy gag and bound 4 girls? Now, when you have a gun pointed at you, you're more than likely to not fight back, and I get that. So it could be under that type of duress. They just listened. But if you saw two bullets, and basically that points to 2 different guns, it could be one person with 2 guns, or like they said, does it bring the question in there was an accomplice? And if so, did that accomplice throw away that gun and that's why there's no more linking to other murders? But at least at least it got solved. 1 million year old skull. Is it Lucy? Ube. Oh shit. I wonder if it was smushed because of the pressure of the dirt, or was his head bashed in? Homo longi. Oh. So does that mean Asians were first? So does that mean we're not? So we're Homo sapiens? Right, chat? That was Lucy. So where we have gone? So when was Lucy? And I know I keep saying Lucy, but I felt like Lucy was the first actual Homo sapien discovered in Africa. Is it Lucy? Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Ooh. So there are people before us. Well, we knew there was, but could that mean there's more, even more of a line? Only time will tell. Low key, all these stories are just all over the place if you really think about it. The first one was natural disasters, then it was a murder. And then we were talking about Homo sapiens and skulls being found. Now we're back to murder. Damn. Call it a double homicide. Unaliving by that means she was strangled. Facts. Oh, so they took it as suicide because that's what the cop calls said. It's always a cop that's the killer, ain't it? Oh shit. Oh damn. I don't see. That's the shit that gets me mad a little bit. If you, it's already wrong that you hunching this little girl who was underage and you a grown ass dude. But then you knock her up, and then all of a sudden now you want to come to come into God saying, "Oh, I've been doing wrong," and you want to panic. Where was the panic when you was dropping your pants on a minor? Oh, he even showed up. So there's cameras in the lobby, but there was no cameras on the floor of the floor of her apartment to see who comes in and goes out of apartment buildings. I mean, apartment out out of the apartment itself. Is that like invading of privacy if it's on the row or on the a hallway of the apartment? Damn. So he strangled her. Oh, so they did go after him. Damn. Oh, I didn't hear that part in the beginning. My bad, I missed it. I knew she was a youth and underage, but you met her at a cop academy? Oh, they need to do two to the head, two to the chest, one to the head. I wonder how many months pregnant she was. Oh shit. So the baby, wait. So the baby wasn't even his. But did he know that the baby wasn't his? Or did he find out that she was stepping out and got pregnant by another man and he took action? I guess you could have three ways. He didn't do the killing, or he killed her because he was afraid that she was pregnant with his kid, or he found out she was pregnant by somebody else and he stepped out and he got mad. And he basically staged it as a suicide. So if it ever got out that it wasn't his baby, she took her life in distress. It is, but it also adds another motive. Big facts. Are you covering it up? Is it still ongoing? Damn. So how long is this trial? All right, hang on, guys. Her name was Sandra Bitwell, I think. Mass. He was indicted. It says recent. Oh, so he got new charges. So this was a couple weeks ago. But they said it wasn't his baby, but based off of this, is saying that it is. All right, Matthew Farewell, let's see, has been charged with one count of causing the death of Bridgemore's unborn baby. So does that mean he wasn't able to get her? So they're going after the unborn baby? Okay, so let's see. Is there a trial going on? Oh, so they just set the trial date. So he filed a motion in June, which delayed the trial. So when is the trial? It doesn't say. A trial that has been set. Oh, it's October 5th, 2026. So he got to sit in there another year before he gets his day in court. So then my question, not that I'm saying he's not guilty, but when does it come in that he deserves a speedy trial? Or is he waiving a speedy trial because the evidence is damning? That would be the question. Because, like, she's already dead, unfortunately, along with her baby. And if the federal government is accumulating evidence to go against him and he just received another charge for the unborn baby, when does the factor of a speedy trial come in? And now we're back to sci-fi. I don't remember this. Wait, we got a website that National UFO Reporting? But what else would have it been? What kind of engine did they have? Oh, they're debunking any excuse they might even say to this. Oh, shit. But have they not looked into it? Oh, it can't. So we're seeing this all over the country? Do y'all believe in UFOs? I appreciate you doing this, yo. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Shout out to the YouTube channel Scary Mysteries. I appreciate you for doing this one. So, I'm gonna try to keep along with the Sandra Birchmore case and see what happens. But he doesn't go to trial till next year. So I wonder if Scary Mysteries is gonna do a recap on it. But comment below if y'all really, this is my first time doing the mystery thing. Let me know below if this is something that y'all messing with. If it's something that entertains you or however the case you may look. Let me know. Outside of that, I'll see y'all next episode. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to call it a day. I appreciate you all that had jumped in and watched with me. We got a lot of good things pointed out. We'll find more things like this to do next episode. Keep in mind, Wednesday, we have movie night. So if y'all want to go ahead and watch movie night together, we can definitely do that. See y'all Wednesday. Usually starts at 7:15 Eastern. We got some good movies. We went over this today. So we might find one of the rough right through there. I'll look through that list and we'll watch it this Wednesday. So make sure y'all come about. And the reaction YouTube version will drop on Thursday. But outside of that, thank you for you guys joining me today. And I'll see y'all next time. Love you, Ma.